Novak Djokovic's legal battle to stay in Australia has continued through the night. His lawyers are challenging the cancellation of his visa in a row over his COVID vaccination status. This kind of drama has been unfolding there, and when can we possibly expect a decision? Native fans there in Australia. I mean, he is a real hero there, isn't he? I mean, the president has got involved.
Yeah, I mean...
A £4 billion plan to fix dangerous cladding on flats will be announced by the Housing Secretary today. Michael Gove will set a deadline of early March for property developers to agree to pay for the replacement of dangerous materials instead of leaseholders bearing the costs. Archie, there of, that flat fire caused many deaths in New York, and immediately your thoughts go to Grenfell Tower, don't they? And of course, that's where we all learnt what dangerous cladding was. That story. Also this morning, pregnant women are being urged. Competition to find the perfect dessert to mark the Queen's Platinum Jubilee has been launched today. The aim is to find a new pudding to be cooked in homes across the country for the extended bank holiday weekend in June. Nick, about this pressure on mums and dads across the country. What's the plan, actually? Because, of course, the Queen is the longest reigning monarch in history. You think, Susanna and Richard, there'd be some gold leaf involved?
You're putting yourself under a lot of pressure, Ranvir. It's not actually compulsory, this
I feel like it is, though. When I was a kid,
Yes.
and whatever the Jubilee or whatever it was when I was a kid, I remember feeling like I'd missed out on that old footage, and I feel like our street parties are going to be watched in 50 years' time.
I had a whole scrapbook.
Oh, did you?
I did. If it's got a use-by date, I tend to think of that as a deadline.
Milk.
And a little bit in milk is fine, but you can't...
In tea, yeah.
You know when it starts to smell a bit weird?
I drank it neat. It tasted absolutely fine. But listen...
Some horrific news, I'm afraid, to start with. 9 will be happening in the Singh household. Simple is the way forward. Talking of tantalising your cuppa, Richard, because of the 3-week-old milk. It's like an I'm a Celebrity trial to drink 3 weeks.
In Richard's house, he
routinely sniff milk. I think they've done it. Is it literally
because
just
there's
to save the,
absolutely
so much waste.
not to save the ink on the...
Susanna never fails to impress on ever reporting on the morning of Grenfell, and just, and that sense of community that you particularly have, and I think, in a tower block, which isn't in a normal street, if you know what I mean. Yeah. That sense that she was saying, that it's a community completely broken. Where will they all end up?
Grenfell.
9 children are among 19 people killed at an apartment block in New York after the worst fire in the city for 30 years. Dozens more are being treated in hospital. Firefighters say the smoke was unprecedented, with victims found on every floor of the 19-storey building. We can go incident to have unfolded overnight. We spoke to one of the victims earlier. Devastation. It certainly brings back gut-wrenching flashbacks, doesn't it, of what happened in Grenfell. And, of course, the repercussions of that continue even today here. A £4 billion plan to fix dangerous cladding on flats will be announced by the Housing Secretary later. Michael Gove is going to set a deadline of early March for property developers to agree to pay for the replacement of dangerous materials. I'm saying that even £4 billion actually doesn't cover the entire cost ongoing of living in a block like the one behind you there. Also this morning, pregnant women are being urged. A competition to find the perfect dessert to mark the Queen's Platinum Jubilee is being launched today. The aim is to find a new pudding to be cooked in homes across the country for the extended bank holiday weekend in June. This is coming up, isn't it? Fingers crossed that the Queen will be able to enjoy it, and as will all of us by then. Chocolate, I think, wasn't it? Because the Queen wears from chocolate, possibly.
But maybe add something with a spot of Dubonnet in, because that's her favourite tipple.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Or some mature milk.
Yes.
Listen, I was getting...
No.
COVID, right? So...